can't hear.
I can hear some music.
Oh, Aisha can. Here we go,
Good
girl. We're on.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sweetie.
morning, Gold. I missed you.
I know.
You're so far away.
I'm honestly as far away as possible.
How are you? What's going on? Where are you?
I'm at for all the listeners who are. I've been actually getting people who are like, "Did you make it to Japan?" And here I am. I made it. So now I made it. I'm in the safety of Mac and Chris's arms and the whole CITIUS team. And it was a journey, but long travel day. On the way, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. That was so a lot of stuff happened in my day. But
a lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happened, but I made it safe and sound and fired up.
That was a wild day. Glad you weren't here for it. Glad you got to a safer land. There was also a school shooting in Colorado. Same. It was like we interrupt this broadcast for another terrible announcement. So yeah, we made it through. We made it through, and you made it to Tokyo. How does it feel to be?
It was a brutal day. Yeah.
The future. Yeah.
It feels good. Yeah.
To be in the future?
See. What am I? Am I 10 hours ahead of you? 12?
15.
Okay, way off.
15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Let me tell you, the future feels.
I want to hear so many details.
Yeah, the future is crazy, Aisha. I think you're gonna like it. Yeah, I got out of America at quite a time.
At the right time.
At the right time. It was like I was getting on the plane. I had a layover in Seattle and got on a plane, to Tokyo, and was on Twitter and during the Charlie Kirk assassination and the school shooting and everything, and I was like, okay, I was like, God damn, we got a lot of shit to work on over here. I'm like, I gotta stay in America and sort things out, but I also have to get to Shibuya and cover the world championships.
They need me. The world needs more Eric.
As I was getting on the plane, there were a lot of people like, "Are you sure you should go? You should stay. You need to stay here and settle." And yeah, I know. But I was like,
crisis.
And solve this crisis. They're like, "Eric, you can't go to Japan. Your country needs you." And I was like, "I know, but I think I'll figure this out in 11 days. I'll figure out gun control when I get back in 11 days.
I'll serve my country in another way by talking about track and field."
I'm like, I think the country needs to know about the world championships for track and field, but I'll tackle gun control when I get back.
Yeah. Let me give some good news first, and then I'll sort it out when I'm back on home soil.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's been we miss you. I was like, we were missing very integral part. But we've managed to. Thank God you're here with us right now.
Thank God. Okay, you glazed over the travel. So Eric and I have each other's locations, which is really excellent. So I know you made it to Tokyo, but I need to know the step-by-step details of you get on the plane. Did you fly economy? Did you fly business? And then how did you get where you're going?
Yes, no, I flew economy. I'm a man of the people, so there's really no hiccups in the travel. Mac had given me genuinely a step-by-step what I need to do when I get off the plane. He heard off the
rails and was like, I need to help my brother.
Precisely. He's like, okay, I guess I'll hold your hand as much as I can, and I'll walk you through what you're going to do when you get off the plane. And honestly, like the customs in Japan, I was like, this is how it should be. They're so organized here. It seems like they're just like a couple steps ahead in a lot of ways. But as soon as you get off the plane, this is my first time in Asia, first time in Japan, and the customs couldn't have been easier. Scan some QR codes, fill some stuff out on the plane. There's no questions, right? There's like a part of me every time I get off a plane in another country where I'm like, I've got to get my story airtight or else I'm not going to be allowed in here. like there's a part of me that feels like I shouldn't be allowed. Like there's like I'm like smuggling drugs into a country or something. I'm like I'm like at the customs line. I'm like, okay, like why are you here? Is this a good enough reason to be here? Let's get this story straight. But in Japan, they just ushered me in through. Not a question. Not I didn't even. And can you hear me?
Well, you went away.
Oh, like, can you give me some facial cues that indicate you're listening to me?
That I'm fucking killing it right now.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this face you're giving me?
Did she freeze?
Now
Yeah.
you are.
It looks like I'm very frozen.
Oh, you're frozen, girl. Yeah.
Can you hear
back.
me?
Yeah, you're back. I can hear you.
Do I sound okay?
You sound fine.
Okay, great. We'll keep going. Okay, so yeah, it is terrifying. You want to make sure your story's airtight. You get there, and then what?
You were listening.
Yeah.
So the train station, pure pandemonium, and I was supposed to get on a single. It was just a train takes me right to Shibuya, and that train was out of service for the day, and now shit hits the fan, right? But basically chaos ensues, and I had to take a couple different trains to get to the subway, and then I get on the Tokyo subway, jam packed. You see those. It's
Orderly though, right?
I mean, orderly in that nobody complains about being jam packed, but it's just the subway, and then a couple more hours or an hour and a half on the subway, but then I roll into Shibuya, safe and sound, and now I'm here. Now I'm here with you.
I was thinking about the customs situation, and I'm so excited for this World Championships for so many reasons. A big one being they can actually put fans in the stadium that was empty for the Olympics. And I was thinking about our customs experience from the Tokyo Olympics, which is vastly different from what you're describing. This was like the highest security. Like I really felt like I had to get my story straight. So to be admitted into Tokyo, into Japan for the Olympics, you had to get a COVID test prior. It had to be notarized. It had to be like ready to go. You had to have your story fucking straight. And we get our COVID tests in Switzerland, where they actually, I think, went so far up my nose that they went down my throat. You have your results. It's like stamped of approval. You get there, and you had to go through this whole process that they were warning might take up to 8 hours. Like you might be in the airport for 8 hours processing to make sure that you like don't have COVID. And part of the journey was spitting in a tube. Like all the tests for the Olympics, where every single day you had to spit in a tube and give your sample and test for COVID. And it wasn't just like a little bit of spit. It was like hawk tua for 20 minutes getting enough spit into this test tube. But they had like printed photos of different sour fruits to like inspire you to spit more. And like I'll have to find, I like saved this kit because they like gave us this kit that had printed photos of like sour fruits.
Fruits make you spit?
Yeah, well, think about like if you eat a sour candy and you're like, ooh, like your mouth produces a lot more saliva.
It's like as soon as you say that, like I'm just like drooling all over myself, like ew. I was just imagining like a lemon, and I was like, yeah, I can actually feel some saliva building up.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. 20 minutes of spit.
Yeah, well, by the end, it was really taking a long time. The first few days, you were like spitting pretty good, because you were hydrated, like everything was good. But by the end, like it's hot as shit there. So you're like, you've sweat everything out of your body, and you've spit every morning for however many days, weeks, and then by the end you're just like kind of running out. So you would just really have to work on it and get enough spit in the tube. But yeah, so we were there for a few hours processing through customs. It wasn't a simple process then, but I'm glad that
yeah, we had different I was required to produce no spit.
Great.
I offered.
Good for them. I'm glad the pandemic is over and they just let you in the country. Have you Have you been hot?
It is. I mean, it's very humid here. It is hot, but it's not. It's overcast. Like every day, there's a chance of it raining, which it does. Is in my opinion such a huge difference between it can be 80 and humid, but when the sun's out, it doesn't feel. You know what I mean? Like when the sun's not beating down on you, it does make a huge difference out there on the track and performing.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The sun zapping you is rough. It'll kill you.
So it's hot, but it's not, it's manageable. And all these athletes have been then preparing for it. And it's like,
oh, for sure. Sauning,
these guys are,
all the stuff.
for sure. So
have
it's
you done
manageable.
anything fun?
Yes, actually we, so let's see. We went on this boat ride last night. It was like a dinner boat ride with the ASICS team. It was an absolute blast. And, it was mandatory care. So as soon as we sit down, it's like, it's a lot of eating. It was all you can eat drinking. There was like scan the QR code and it said all you can drink whiskey, and I was like, I've never heard it phrased like that. Like all you can drink whiskey, all you can drink sake, and which does make it seem like all you can drink. It's a challenge, exactly. It's like, okay, you got to test your limits with an all-you-can-drink whiskey bar in Japan on a adorable boat.
Yeah,
I didn't go. I was like, look, I'm with the whole ASICS team. I probably shouldn't. I should behave myself. But as soon as we set off, it was mandatory karaoke.
My dream.
I know. You would have absolutely loved it.
What'd you sing?
Well, so I didn't sing anything. I was feeling really shy. I had said the suggestion of doing the Whisper song by the Yin Yang Twins. I thought that would have been a really a great song choice. And Mac was like, "You actually have to." He's like, "Dude, you've got to do it." It was really funny. We had said so. A guy who's coming around and he goes, "All right, you guys are up next." There was all the CITIUS guys at one table, and they were like, "You guys are up next," and we were like, "Come back to us in a little bit." And he was like, "I'll give you."
Whiskeys.
It's so funny. He says, "You guys have 3 more drinks, and then I will come back to you." And he did, and we were like, "Yeah, we'll go." And he's like, "I'm not." He goes, "There's 2 more songs." And then you guys are going to perform. So it was genuinely like, look, you guys aren't getting out of this without a karaoke performance. Chris stepped up and performed New York, New York by Frank Sinatra with me, Mac, and Sam helping him out. He was like, look, I'll take the mic. But actually, there were 2 mics now I'm thinking about. So it's like we were doing our part and helping him out. But he did a great job, and it was it was an absolute hoot.
I haven't heard Chris sing, but I imagine he has a good voice. How was he?
He has a pretty solid voice. I'm trying to think if I'm going to give him the say he's got a good voice. He's got a good voice. He's got like it's not like we were out. It wasn't like anybody was sounding like Elton John out there last night. In fact, hold on. Let me say that. Let me just say this. The start of the karaoke. So karaoke started, and it was clearly like a premature start to on the karaoke, and the instrumentals were just playing, and nobody was singing along to them, and so by the time we got up, Chris sounded Chris knocked it out of the park. But so one of the songs before we went was "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I know,
interesting choice.
I know, interesting. Also lyrically, like a pretty easy one, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of knock that out of the park, no pun intended. But
nice.
it was. Thank you. It was. My God, they were struggling with this. Like no one knew the lyrics to it, and I was like, first off, they're on the screen. They're right here on the screen. Also, why did you choose this song?
Why
if
did you
don't-
choose a song you didn't know?
So the bar was there were a couple great performances, but the bar was set slightly lower. And then by the time that the karaoke was shut off, people were like, "Let's come on!" Now everyone was in the zone. They're like, "Let's do a couple more songs." And the people on the bar were like, "No, politely, it's time for you guys to leave."
Damn.
But yeah,
can I
great.
just tell you, this is maybe the most FOMO I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, what would your karaoke song be?
I have a whole repertoire. Like I would have to read the room. I have on my phone a list of karaoke songs.
Okay,
I'm
well,
prepared.
give me 2 or 3.
No Doubt, Just a Girl.
Okay, yeah, I would have done
Desiree,
well.
You Gotta Be. You gotta be
Okay.
bad. You gotta be
Oh,
bold. That's a good
yeah.
one. Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso.
Okay.
Like those are probably my top 3 hits.
Yeah, you would have done really well. We could have used you. We could have desperately used you at our table.
I like anyone who knows me well, who's listening to this, can feel that my brain is breaking. Like I can't believe I'm missing this. This is horrendous. This is worst case scenario.
You love karaoke.
I love karaoke. I love karaoke. Love being on a boat.
I think
karaoke's
karaoke's really fun, but there is a time when it's like, okay, now it's time to stop karaoke.
Well, I think it's less about the stop and more about the start. Like you really can't start karaoke prematurely. Like that's just such a faux pas. One of my skills in life is starting parties. Like it really, truly, I could make a career of this. And I'm not kidding. If you have a party, it doesn't matter who's there. It could be a wedding. It could be a post-race after party. It could be anything that you need to diffuse an awkward situation and ensue a party. That is where I shine the brightest. And I can do it sober. I can do it wasted. I can anything you need, I got it. If I could just completely switch careers and if that was like a reasonable thing that I could make money and do, that's what I would do with my life. I can really get it going.
You're like, here's my demands. I want 6 figure salary, and I will create a party out of awkward situations. Yeah, yeah. Full benefits,
401k
obviously.
matching, and I got you. Whatever it is, I got you.
What is like? I'm trying. Like, what are your party starting? You get out there, dance, you sing, you do it. You just feel like you're somebody who can step up when it's needed.
I think I have the gift of I don't feel embarrassed, which is strange, but that's not like I don't feel embarrassed in those situations. I feel embarrassed with other things, but I think what it takes is you can't come on too strong, and you can't show your gifts too much. Like I'm not the best dancer in the world, but I can keep the beat. And it takes someone who is not necessarily flourishing and brandishing excellent moves, but someone who's willing to look stupid, that makes it feel okay for other people to look stupid. I can hit a little step touch. I can do some clapping. It's a lot of smiling. It's a lot of encouragement. It's a lot of compliments. It's a lot of pulling people onto the dance floor. It's a lot of, clap into the beat and getting the folks that have had a few drinks to just slip into party mode.
Yeah, no, as soon as I was like, it takes a lot of, because you can't just start off dancing really well because now everybody doesn't want to get on the dance floor. You're too intimidating. Also, it's like if in karaoke, if you started off absolutely killing,
Adele.
Nobody wants to follow that.
Nobody wants that.
But
I'm tone deaf, but I love to sing. Like you just get it going. You encourage people to feel less shame and embarrassment.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have. Yeah, you would have absolutely crushed it last night. Shame.
Damn. Next time. A6 was really sweet, and even though I'm not there in person, they sent me some cute shirts. So thanks, A6. I feel like I'm part of it, even though it's 8 p.m. and it's 10 a.m. for you?
It is
11.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. Yeah.
Wow.
So what time are the evening session tonight? What's that going to be for you?
Yeah, it's a little bit challenging. I'm not going to commit to the live watching until So the men's steeple's at 3 a.m., 3:05.
Yeah, probably sleep through that one,
Probably sleep through
obviously.
that. We'll see if I get up for the 1500 heats. It's at 4:50.
Oof.
I might just like pull my phone into bed and watch those heats, and then reprise for the women's 10K. That's easy, 6:30. I'll be up for that.
Oh, that's a nice wake up.
I usually wake up between 6 and 6:15 anyway. I'm ready. I'll have my coffee.
Would you consider yourself I wouldn't consider you a morning person.
Absolutely not. I'm not a morning person.
Yeah. I was like, I'm like, I feel like I'm not taking two. I'm like, I don't know how she's going to take this, but I think, well, I wouldn't consider you.
You are such a bitch in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, now that I've been meaning to talk to you about this for a while. You are such an asshole in the morning.
I actually am. I suck in the morning. I'm awake, but the lights are on. No one's home. I don't know. It is my most vulnerable time. Like if someone wanted to attack me, it's the morning because I'm defenseless. And this is where I really struggle when I'm home solo. I'm struggling. I will be honest. Like I'm just a baby bear that's been hibernating for too long. I'm stumbling, I'm bumbling. I'm not doing great.
So what time do you feel like you're yourself again?
About 9:30.
Okay, so you just need a couple
3 hours.
3 hours to wake up and adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the morning.
You are a morning person.
I'm a morning person. I absolutely I love it. I wake up. You're like, it's so annoying.
I was gonna say annoying, and then I was like, no,
really
don't say it.
Yeah,
no, don't say it. I'm happy to be there. Like I will say good morning, but yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she doesn't mean it. Don't fall for it.
Yeah, don't fall for it. It's a trap. You are like all systems go. Like you're just up, you're going. Your brain's on, everything is flowing. You're talking to me. I'm freaking out at the hotel breakfast because there's too much sound. I really envy people that have it in the morning. And I'm not even a night owl. I'm just like a solid like 9 a.m. to 8:30 is where I'm good.
Yeah, like I've got 11 solid hours in the day where I'm doing well.
Who needs more than that? I don't have it to give.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not a morning person, not really even a night person,
No.
but you're an afternoon person. So you'll catch the 10K because I'm trying to. The 10K is like one of the last events. It's gonna be we're gonna be pulling some late nights. Looking over the schedule, it's like the meet ends at 10:20 every single day. So which means for us, post race show will probably start at like 11:30. It's gonna be like Paris by the last couple hours of the show.
You will suffer, but it's perfect for us because I'll be able to tune into the post show every day. Like it's honestly perfect because I might miss, like I'll do my best to watch the replays while you guys are scurrying back to the recording area. But honestly, like for the people that go to work 9 to 5, it could not be better timing. We're all just going to be tuning in to the post show. It's perfect.
Yeah. So I mean, really, the only I'm like the only good race. It's really the women's 15 tonight, and then the women's 10K, and then there's a mix. There's a mixed 4x4. There's some other stuff. I'm just trying to think about like the races that men's steeple heats. Yeah. And then that's about.
Well, and the men's shot put final.
Oh, the men's shot put finals is today too.
It's today. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there 100? Is there heats of the 100 today?
There's heats of the 100, men's 100.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's crazy. It's like good. every day is fire. Like you got good stuff every day.
Yeah, it's not the same schedule. I'm just kind of thinking back to like our schedule at Paris, and it's like there would be days in sessions where there's like feels like there's not a lot going on. But with the schedule this year, it's like
it's 9 days. It's perfect.
Every day there's some bangers.
What are you most excited about?
Well, I mean, the women's 10K final today is going to be great. and then the women's 15 prelims, women's for the 15. It's like that's one of the premier events and super fun to watch. And you always kind of see how all the main characters are looking in the first heats, especially with Daribe Wilteji. It's like
I am shook.
What the? Yeah, that's a huge one.
It's huge.
Georgia Hunter Bell's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, she's like, what am I like? Enter into 5K, like, please.
She's like, oh,
this is crazy.
God.
So I'm so bummed about this because I am such a Daribe Wilteji fan, and it is difficult for me. Like, I don't take no shit when it comes to anti-doping violations or any sort of whereabouts failures. Like, I'm such a skeptic when I see a whereabouts failure or a whatever, and this is just like, come on, girl. Like, I was a fan. I loved everything about like her running style. Her action was so beautiful. She was usually like pretty strong tactically, just such an easy person to root for, like a really interesting story. Like, gosh, I just can't.
I mean, she was a lock. She was like a lock for a medal, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And now she's out.
I was curious if she was hurt because she hadn't raced since pre.
I was like, no, she's just getting busted for doping.
The fuck?
Well, so it's whereabouts. Like, it's 3 whereabouts failures.
It's whereabouts. No, it's not whereabouts failures. It's refusing to take a test. It's evasion.
Okay, so yeah, doping. Yeah.
Right. And for me, that's like, if we're going hierarchical of offenses, that's second worst. Like a straight up, you tested positive for a banned drug. Very bad. Very, very bad.
Yeah.
You evaded a test, like pretty darn bad. Whereabouts failures, bad boy or girl. Like, it's like if you're refusing to take a test, in my opinion, like, what are you trying to hide? Yeah. I don't know the full story. It seems strange to me, like the details that I was reading. I need a bigger picture of like what's actually going on. Do you have any insider insight? So like, what the latest that I know is that it's down to like the head CAS arbitrator to like clear her in the next whatever. Well, now it's too late. Like, the race is today. So, but it was like down to one person to decide her fate. I just don't know the full story. Do you?
I don't know the exact story. I mean, I'm with you in the sense that it's like the evading a test. I mean, in my opinion, and depending on the situation and how you're evading the test, but like that's a positive test. You're not. It's not 3 whereabouts failures because you're not like inputting the correct data and or all that stuff. It's like you're hiding from a test because you're not going to pass that test. Right. So yeah, it looks horrible. If you're these 1,500 competitors, that
if I'm Nikki Hill,
huge.
Let's go.
Let's go. I mean, huge news. But so that's going to change. That's going to change a whole lot. It's not necessarily going to change a lot tactically for any of these athletes, but that podium. Big spot just opened up for someone to snag a medal.
A big spot just opened. I cannot believe it. It just sucks. I'm really pissed about it. Like, what? Come on, girl. Like, I don't know.
A lot of people are getting busted. Like anti-doping's like cracking down. People are getting popped.
Which I love. Yeah. Like,
I love it.
This is the reason for anti-doping to exist. It's like, come on. You cannot mess with the system. Like, play by the rules. Because you know what is really cool is seeing the human limit be approached. Like, I don't want to see your doped up ass out there doing dumb stuff. Like, that's not exciting to me. That sucks. So yeah, I love to see that people are getting popped left and right. And being, World Athletics in the mix, I think it's really cool that in the lead up to all of this and the lead up to Tokyo, AIU has had like they've been running a program called the Call Room, where you can just like book online like a quick meeting with people from AIU to be like, hey, I need a little bit of help with my whereabouts. Hey, I like help me learn how to do this better. Like I want to make sure that all my stuff is like airtight so I'm good to go. You can ask questions in a really like non-judgmental learning environment. And I think it's really cool to see that like, yeah, they are catching a lot of people, but they're also like trying to educate. And I've been in some sessions with AIU and with WADA where you're sitting in a table with like, or around a table with incredible athletes. I remember they did this in Eugene, and Jeffrey Kimura was there and was like really engaged of like, hey, we know this is a problem. How can we facilitate more dialogue? How can we have spaces where our young athletes are getting educated to say like, you don't need to be doping, and like these people are allies, and having a clean sport, and like people getting caught for doping it benefits you because it's clearing the way for you to have like a clean shot toward the podium if you're doing things the right way. So you hate to see somebody that you root for go down, but it's like, yeah, that's the freaking system. And if you're doping, then I'm no longer your fan. Like, I'm sorry, you're done to me. Like, I'm not into like forgiveness in doping situations. Like, I'm more of a fan of lifetime bans, and unfortunately, I'm no longer a fan of Doribe Wiltaji. Like, that freaking sucks.
Do you think you should get lifetime bans for just when you test positive, or should you be able to? It's like lifetime ban for a situation like Doribe Wiltaji.
That's a tricky question. I think you probably have to test positive. I think like
for sure. I think you're gonna see a lot more evading tests.
Yeah, and I think I'm for like pretty harsh testing. Like I think if you evade a test, then that should unlock you to like a new realm of like you can get tested 24 hours a day. Like there are certain rules in place that like, yeah, allow an athlete, you're not really supposed to be tested between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. or whatever. Like, no, they can knock on your door at 3 a.m. Like if you do something so shitty as a beta test, like you should be providing samples every day. Like that to me is inexcusable.
Yeah. And there should be like a hierarchy, like some sort of like hierarchy of the drugs you test positive for. Like I don't think you should get like a lifetime ban for testing positive for Adderall. Like wasn't Justin Gatlin's first positive test Adderall? So I don't think that's like a performance enhancer. Like obviously, like EPO is the main.
EPO or nandrolone or
the anabolics and if you're a distance runner, there's nothing that's going to give you a bigger advantage than EPO. So there is a hierarchy, like a different tier system of drugs that are making impacts and positive performance enhancements. So, but the Doribe thing at this time, like everybody's already in Tokyo prepping for their races, like doing their last, strides and game plans and things like that. And for her to just be taken right off the list, you're like, man, let's go. Like, let's go. Because you've got athletes like Nikki, Sinclair. It's just one of your huge competitors that is now it's like first Georgia Hunter Bell going to just doing the 800, Doribe Wiltaji getting busted, and now all of a sudden the 1500 looks so much different. Yeah.
And if you haven't been following Off the Rails, like we've talked about this extensively of like how the women's 15 has had this divider, and it's kind of like the 352 or faster and then kind of a gap back to 355, and how that bridging that gap seems so impossible. And not impossible, nothing is impossible, but really challenging to like go from a 355 to I'm 352 or faster. Like that is, once you get closer to the sun of these extremely fast times, it becomes exponentially harder to make those jumps. And we've talked about scenarios in which the people that medal aren't Faith, Jess, and Doribe, and it's like, okay, well maybe it could be Georgia Hunter Bell because she's next fastest. Okay, she's done. And then it was like, okay, the scenario could be if somebody goes out too fast and fades, then Lyndon, Sinclair, Nikki, a host of a few others could gobble up, especially Nikki's close is looking fantastic and their skill sets, it's just gaining momentum by the minute. But we're thinking like these case scenarios where something has to go wrong in order for one of these people to medal. And now it's okay, what is going to go right for these people to medal?
But I was, it's Jess didn't always used to be an athlete that was, she was kind of in the same boat as Nikki or Ellie St. Pierre. Like when you stick your nose in it enough times and you stay healthy, you stay fit, you keep a hungry attitude. Like it's someday it's going to click. And also it's Jess. I mean, I'm like her last race on the track. I don't think she's a guaranteed silver, right? Like Faith Kipyegon, I think something really big would have to happen for her not to get that gold medal, right? I think and it depends on how the race goes. It'll be interesting to see how hard Faith wants to run these prelims. I would imagine she's like, because she's doubling, right? She's gonna do the 5K too. So
right,
you don't want to just go out there and Gudaf Sagai this prelim.
No.
And you got a big week of running ahead of you. So because I'm just thinking about the Diamond League final for Jess. I mean, man, talk about she gave 110%. And yes, there's enough time to recover, but it's a very hard, it's still, when you go to the well like that,
you can only draw from the well so many times.
And it's exactly. And you kind of saw it with Yared in the Diamond League final. Like he looked fantastic, 2 weeks before that or a week before that when he won a Diamond League race. And it is, even though the 1500, it's a bit of a shorter event than say a 5K or a 10K, and everybody thinks like, oh yeah, you can come back and bang out a bunch of hard 15s, but it's like the level that everybody's at now across the world, it is tough. So, and I do think that Jess is for sure heavy favorite to get that. That's especially with Welteji out. And I do think that it's Faith Kipyegon is just going to be out there in the final, kind of hammering a very, very fast pace, which for game plans, it's like, okay, perfect for Jess. Just sit and hang,
right.
hang as long as possible. And now if you're somebody who's trying to sneak into that third spot, it's going to be, what's our game plan? Like because it's a big risk. If we try and go out and hang and try and hang, we could die and way back and way off the pack.
Like a vintage Laura Muir situation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like and I'm like, I was thinking about like Stewie McSwain, I think in Tokyo in 2021.
Yeah.
It was, he had that third spot completely locked down. And it was like, it's the hardest spot to be in because you're like, if I just hang, I've got a bronze medal in the Olympics. And it's like, but
brother, I
am dead. So it is going to be interesting to see how these game plans play out. And today is that first like step to see what the athletes are looking like.
We're also not talking about Nelly Jepchirchir, which I think is the biggest threat that we haven't spoken about much, who took down Jess in the Diamond League final and I think won another Diamond League earlier this season. So there are some wild cards that we just don't know very much about. Yeah. Haven't seen her run 3 rounds at a global championship, and I'd take a veteran over a newbie in a round situation. Like it's not just the one-off race, it's the mental games in between the rounds, it's recovery, it's how good is your system, how supportive is your federation in your recovery efforts, like how. Yeah, I think we've seen the level, and I think we'll see it here in Tokyo of, with it being hot and humid, the sun's not out, whatever, but I think we'll see the countries that are more dialed with their athletes. I think we'll see a lot of ice vests, a lot of recovery.
Definitely, yeah.
Stuff. And if you're not like those, it used to be like, oh yeah, the 1%ers, like whatever, all like I have enough charisma and confidence and belief in myself to make it through. It's like, that kind of like run and vibe is kind of dead now. Like you have to be so dialed. So I think if you haven't done this before, I'm not sure this could be like a dumb take, or it could be a hot take. Like if you haven't done this before and you don't have the support behind you, I don't think we'll see as many like big surprises.
Yeah. I'm like, do you see the Africans with a heat? You never see the Africans with a nice vest.
No.
They're. It's like I always felt like, like I'd be at a Diamond League. I've got like an ice vest. I've got all this tech, and then the Africans just show up, absolutely wax my ass in a sweatsuit. Yeah. They're running 15-minute pace on a warm up.
Yeah,
they're literally just walking a warm up, and I'm like, these guys are gonna absolutely dominate me.
Yeah, no, but that's true. That's true.
The prelims are so fun because to somebody who might not be like super into the sport, they're like, just, you know, I just want to check out the final. But there's so much like gamesmanship going on in these prelims. Yes. Everybody who thinks that they have a shot at the medal, it's like, how badly do you want to win your heat, right? How badly do you? It's everybody's kind of sizing themselves up out there, and the way that these heats have looked, they're just so competitive that people are going to be left off. People are going to get knocked out today that you thought should be in that final. And it happens year after year. And you look at each start list and you're like, man, I got a couple in here that I really believe will go through. But then after that, you're like, man, I could see any of these athletes making it out of these heats. So it really, I think it's so fun. They're like the perfect races to set up for the finale.
And I love that it's so black and white. I'm looking at I got my monitor up in case you want to start firing questions. I'm ready for tabs. But I'm just looking at the heats, and it's so simple. It's first 6 qualify, big Q. No time qualifiers.
No time.
You just got to get through. You got to get through. Top 6.
No. So was that the same last year? Was there no time qualifiers last year?
I believe so. Because remember, they had the repechage.
I think I liked. Okay, yeah. Oh, now we're back to. I haven't heard that word in a while. Is there's no. I'm like repechage. Is there a repechage this?
I don't believe so, but I could be woefully mistaken. Maybe Mac knows. I'm looking. Yeah. I'm looking.
But
it would be on the 3rd day.
I think I do like the no. I like that. Because I also think I think that when there are time qualifiers, and it doesn't always play out like that, but then just with a time qualifier, you have such an advantage to go into later heats. Right. It's like by the luck of the draw, if you're in the first heat and there's time it's like, you know, top 5 and then 6 fastest times. Yeah, it's just like, well, now you're just at a disadvantage being in the earlier heats. But so I like the top 6.
I do too, and it just makes it so compelling because it's different than the regular season where it's all about a different skill in these prelims. You get to the final, it's going to be strung out. It will be an honest pace. It will be sort of a war of attrition, but there will be more gamesmanship as
how many heats of the 15 are there?
3.
There's 3 heats. Okay. Top 6 go top 6.
And I'm not seeing a repechage.
Yeah. Is it it's just top 6 right to the final? Is it it's
top
one
6 to the semis.
So okay, there is a semi, yeah.
Yeah. 3 heats. 3 rounds.
Give me I was like, are all the Americans split up?
Okay, heat 1, the bangers are Sinclair and our girl Nozomi and Jess Hull.
Okay.
Heat 2, Nelly Jepchirchir, Lucia Stafford, Lyndon Hall. Heat 3, Susan Njore, Nikki Hiltz. I would say, Freweny Hailu are the heavy hitters.
Where's Kipyegon?
Faith Kipyegon, Heat 4. Kipyegon, Sarah Healy, Laura Muir. That's heats 1 through 4.
So nothing like, sometimes there will be like a heat where you're looking at it and you go, how the fuck did they choose these heats? Because it's like there's some heats are just unbelievably stacked compared to others. It's like, man, I got put in the straight final.
Wait, where was Our third American. Oh, sorry. Emily Mackay's in Heat 2. Heat 2, because I was looking at Heat 2, like, this doesn't look right. Yeah, Heat 2, Heather Mackay, Nelly, and Lyndon Hall.
So no heat stand out to you as particularly like the good heat.
I would say if there's a soft heat, it's Heat 3. And I would say if there's a aggressive heat, it's, I don't know. Everything seems relatively fair.
Yeah.
Everything seems fair. I'm like taking another glance at it. Nothing is too crazy. Nothing is too easy.
I was trying to think. I was like, what the draft? I'm trying to I'm thinking about like the 10K and if what the DraftKings or like FanDuel. Like, what's my parlay of the day going to be?
Parlay of the day. I know. Oh my God. Okay, I'm looking now at the women's 10K. We got a girl Gudoff, friend of the pod.
our dearest friend of the pod. She's in it. Okay, so it'll be a world record attempt for the 10K.
Yeah. I mean, the Ethiopian team is nuts. It's Gudoff Sagai. It's Sige Gebrselassie. I have a hard time with Egejehu Taye. You know who she is. Yeah, they have the reigning world champion. Gudoff is the reigning world champion, right? In the 10K.
I'm not entirely
so
sure.
They have 4. So they have a fourth in Tesfaye. I don't know Fodi and Tesfaye.
It's going to be a brutal race.
It's going to be brutal. And then you have the Ugandan team is super good. And then you have the Kenyans led by Beatrice Chebet. Like, I just don't see how Beatrice Chebet's going to get beaten. There's also Agnes Ngedic. This is a crazy race.
Yeah, this is
such a crazy
stacked.
race. Yeah, this is stacked. Yeah, and then to remind everyone, the Americans, Elise Cranny, Taylor Rowe, and Emily Infeld. So it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really fun to watch.
The Americans are going to have their work cut out for them.
They will. I just don't see a world in which with Gudoff and Beatrice Chebet that this goes tactical.
Well, no, I mean it could be tactical between them, but I mean it's going to be a hard race.
It's going to be, yeah. It's going to be, yeah. Over under 30.
Probably under.
Yeah.
I'm like Gudoff Sagai might run like 27 low for all we know.
Yeah. No, I know. When you have Beatrice Chebet breaking 14 minutes for a 5K, it's like, who even knows? And
Gudoff was in that race, right? She just fell off at the very, very end of that.
Yeah. And basically shut it down.
Yeah, she's like, it's the legs aren't there. I got 150 to go. I didn't win it. I don't give a shit if I come in dead last.
Yeah. I'll run 14:04.
I think it's gonna be tough to be Beatrice with the way Beatrice Chebet's looked, and she just PR. She ran. Didn't she just run like 3:53 in the 1500?
Yeah, now she's like one of the fastest women in the 1500 this year.
She's got like the best range in the world, possibly. It's
other than maybe Safan Hassan. But those two would be.
Yeah. I'm like, pretty hard to count Safan Hassan out of that. But yeah, I would imagine that it's going to be.
Actually, that's a pretty good matchup between the two of them. Now that we're like thinking about it more, I think that like in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, Beatrice Chebet runs away with this. But then I think about how Gudoff has been basically running world record pace for the 1500 by herself for 1200 meters every time this year. I think it's going to be a closer race. In my mind, it's going to be a blowout. Beatrice Chebet takes it, but if the odds look good for Gudoff, maybe take it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the strategy would be. I mean, if you're good, it's hard. Gudoff has just taken every single race. It's like I would imagine she's going to do exactly the same thing today. Just take it out hard.
Yeah.
I don't know when she would take it. Right. It's like you would probably, if you were Gudoff's coach, you would probably be like, look, let's wait. Try and wait for as long as I don't want to see you out there 2K in hammering from the front. It's like Beatrice is just going to sit on you as long as possible, and then kick. So it's like let's wait. Let's wait till 6K. Yeah.
So yeah, what are you gonna say? When are you gonna tell her to go?
I'm Gudov's coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to give, so it's like, okay, we're going to have to go through different race tactics, right? Like different race scenarios. If somebody goes, let's say, and Agnes and Gedich goes, right? And Agnes makes a friend, then yes, of course, it's like the pack's going to go with her and you're just going to sit and you're going to follow as long as you can. The keywords are sit. You have to sit. It's the hardest. It's the one thing you can't do. But you got to
You're
sit.
like training a dog. You have a
Yeah.
treat, like sit.
Sit. I'm like, who's a good girl? Who's I'm like, sit. No, sit. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. But yeah, I really would say, let's sit as long as possible. I'm like, we gotta stop. We're like, yeah, we gotta stop trying to train her like a dog. But you would say sit as long as possible. Like you've got some of the fastest wheels in there. I mean, you do have the fastest. You have the fastest 1500 time in there. So it would make sense for you to honestly sit in the very, very back and almost like Safan Hassan, Mo Farah it, and wait until like the last 800 to even make a presence if it's grouped up in a pack. But the women's races are just hard. They run hard. They aren't always like the men's races. I mean, they're never really like the men's races. And I would just tell her to sit as long as possible. And if Beatrice wants to be the one to make the move, then just sit on her, because it's really, there are people that like Agnes and Gedich, I think is a favorite to make that podium, but it's like really the two heavy hitters are Beatrice Chebet and Gudov Sagai. And it's like they're just going to be keying off each other to see when they're going to make the move. But yeah, if I was Gudov's coach, I'd say sit as long as possible.
What do you do if you're Emily Infeld?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be prepared where it's like, look, this could be very, very hard, very strung out. You don't want to, I mean, you're not going to go with these suicide paces of Beatrice Chebet or Gudov if they want to take it early and make it, a disgusting pace. You wouldn't go with that. It's like, I'm sure she has goals where it's like, look, a great day would be top 8 or a great, top 10. I don't know what her strategy is, but it's, you would assume it's like something like that. Right. And it would be like, look, let's work with, here's an athlete who always tends to run a smart race. And whenever you'd get in the line with in a field like this, you would kind of have athletes you would look towards, and you'd be like, you would hear it with like when I remember. Yes. It's like, I remember Cooper talking about Grant Fisher. And it's like, look, Grant is the guy who makes smart moves. He's never putting himself in bad tactical positions. He's the guy everybody's keying off of. So keep an eye on him. And if you're somebody like Emily, who's, who's had a fantastic year already. So this is like the reward, right? This is the icing on the cake of the year, where go out there and have fun and run your hardest and perform. But it's like, you've already succeeded. This is the time to just like, this is the reward of having such a fantastic year. So it's like probably keying off certain athletes for her, and really you just don't want to get stuck alone. You don't want to be doing a lot of the work for chase packs in this really, really humid weather and end up, kind of running the legs out of yourself. You kind of want to be working with certain athletes. And I'm sure there will. I'm sure there will be multiple packs forming. And if you're the Americans, if you're Emily, it would be like, let's pack up and run with people.
Love it.
But, yeah.
Love it. Yeah. And I think that's what she'll do. What about men's steeple?
This
is the prelim. There's 2 heats. First 5 of each heat, big Q, no time qualifiers.
Steeple's always kind of fast. Like they always kind of run surprisingly. It's not like some of the other. They run hard. It's gonna be if you're some of the Americans. It's like, look, goal is we're running this like a final to make it into the final.
Right.
If you run a prelim like it's a prelim, you're not making it out of the prelim.
Right.
This is the final. This is the final. We gear up, and it's like if the goal is like, oh, I just like kind of, it's like hover around fifth. It's like a lot of times you're not in fifth. It's like
not.
you got to be going into that race. Like I want to win this prelim, and then I'll come, and then I'll make
And
it
you need
out.
to stay out of trouble. And you
you
need to stay out of trouble. Because people are nervous. People are not.
The prelim sometimes, or a lot of times, more nerve wracking than the final.
Yeah.
It's like you're shaking out a lot of that anxiety in these opening races and like settling into like you feel so much better after the prelim. Just making it through these from round to round, you feel better and better, feel more comfortable. You know the track, you kind of get that opening race jitters out. So it's like, especially like first day, a lot of times when the races are like back more in the like there's the adrenaline's like so high at the beginning of the meets.
Yeah.
And it's like as the days go by, it's like you kind of settle in and you're setting the tone. So it's like the steeple will be, but it's like if you're the Americans, it's like, look, key off of obviously the big guys like El Bakali is a heavy favorite, but now Rooks is a guy where it's like he's going to be somebody who probably he's got a signature move, and the move works for him, right? 800 meters out, K out. I'm going to make a really hard move, and it's going to be tough to cover that. I'm like now thinking about his Paris race last year, and he was literally. He almost ran away with a gold medal last year. All because his move from 800 out is very, very hard to keep up with. He like kicks for home. He kicks for home very far away from the finish line, right? Like sometimes when you're hanging on and very aggressively.
It's not a gentle squeeze. You're shifting that gear, you're dropping it down, and that is so punishing from so far out.
It's almost like because when you're hanging on, you don't really have the adrenaline dump of when you hear the bell, you get some life in your legs. 500 meters out, you can kind of play mind games with yourself. 600 out, we're like, okay, coming up on the bell lap. But with like a K to go, and whenever it's like far out, the finish line's not that close, and that's when people are hurting the most. And he makes a really, really decisive move at that exact moment. It's like, okay, whenever everybody's feeling the most, here comes like a 59-second kick. And then it takes people a lot to gather themselves enough to cover that. So I would imagine it will be something. He'll do something like that again. He's just comfortable with it. But and so for the other Americans, it's Isaac Updike, who's looked great. And then I'm trying to who's our third American? Oh, Mahalski, yeah. So it's and is it 2 heats?
3
heats, and are they?
And they're all separate heats.
They're all separate heats. Do they split up heats by like? Do they make it so that all countries are in different heats, or is it is it ascending order by time?
I think it's descending order by time / world ranking.
Okay. What's the and is this the same like when in the 15s top? Is it top 5? Top 5 no times.
No time qualifiers.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac's in the first heat. He's got Ahmed Jaziri, who I believe is like 4th or 5th in Paris. He has Wale, the Ethiopian. He's Sarah, the Kenyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough one. And then heat 2 is Kenneth Rooks, who's got the German guy, Rupert, who looks unbelievable.
Where the fuck did this German guy come from?
No idea. No
like all
idea.
Of a sudden, it's like this.
So good.
He's now like an 8-0 guy, 8 flat guy, right?
801.
801. Mm-hmm. Has anyone gone? How many people have gone sub 8 this year? People aren't really going sub 8 anymore.
No, people aren't doing it anymore. It's just not in. Why? It's not in vogue in the men's steeple. I don't know. I think he's got the fastest time of the year.
The German guy does.
Fastest of the year. Yeah, the German guy does.
What's his name?
I believe Frederick Rupert.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Frederick Rupert, fastest time of the year.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Knock on that dude's door.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. I'd throw a couple shekels that way if I was a betting woman.
Pull up on that, dude. Yeah, so that's gonna be. Well, I mean, yes. This is the live reaction of El Bakali seeing Frederick Rupert run 801. Who the fuck is that guy? He was
Yeah,
801.
yeah.
Here's live reaction. El Bakali. 801. Who the fuck? Another white guy I got to worry about? First Kenneth Brooks and now him?
Sorry. El Bakali has run faster. He's 8.7. Sorry.
Okay, there we go. I was
yeah.
Thank God.
I'm so very sorry. I'm very sorry. Yeah, 8.7. But yeah, nobody's gone sub 8. El Bakali's fastest in the world. Frederick Rupert is second fastest. And El Bakali is in the third heat with Mihalski. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that will be that'll be a fun one. I mean, so it goes. They have this. It goes first round. They have a day off tomorrow, and then the finals on that third day, probably, right?
Hold please.
Yeah. Probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. They've got a day off, and then day 3, September 15th is the final.
What's Kenneth run? Has he run
Kenneth? Yeah.
8-0. Has he run in the 8-0s?
Kenneth has run 8:14 this year.
Okay, but that's not his PR. That's not his PR.
No, his PB is 8:06.
8:06. Yeah. Okay.
And in his team is also Jordy Beamish, who had been banged up but is like ready to go again, and he's running.
Wait, Jordy's? I didn't think Jordy was racing.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw
hell
him
yeah!
at the coffee shop
That's
week,
awesome.
or 2 weeks ago.
If the dude's always banged up and yet he's always
He's like
there.
always ready. He's like ready to medal at all times. It's like if he's healthy, he's a threat.
If he's healthy and he's like somewhere close to the lead, he'll unleash an absolutely violent kick.
Yeah.
It's about staying healthy, making it through this this round. For somebody who it's tough to stay healthy. I mean, I was somebody who always was on that roller coaster ride of injuries. It's the steeple, man. You go in there at even like 95%. You go through that prelim you go against Frederick Rupert. You're like, well, and I was only 90%. You're like, I think I'm down to like 7. Now I'm at now I'm at 10%.
Speaking from experience, you can bang out a navicular on a water jump in the prelim and limp through the final. But yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah. Is that the first? What's the order of? Is the steeple before the women's 15?
The steeple's first. Goes steeple. Wait, today.
Excited for the men. The men's 100 will also be.
It goes steeple, women's 100 heats, women's 15, men's 100 heats, women's 10K final, mixed 4x4. I'm
kind of surprised they're doing the women's 100 and the men's 100.
I know.
When you want to like those are premier events, you would almost want. It's like, okay, let's end the meet with one of those.
Yeah, that is an interesting choice. Let's see what's on the last day.
Because it's, I mean, I'm assuming 200. 200s will be in the second half, but it's the 100 is like
8.
The most.
Here's the last day. There's some bangers. Don't worry. Women's 8, men's 5K. You have the 4x4s, obviously. Men's or the decathlon finishes it, and then the 4x1s.
That's the last day.
Yeah.
Men's 1500 is in the first half too. So the first half's kind of fire.
If we were helping you plan your trip to Tokyo, I would say get your ass over there right now.
Yeah, and that's why I'm right here.
Yeah.
When's the men's 8 is another one of like the
men's 8 is the second to last day. The final on day 8 on September 20th, and it's the last event of that night. So that will be electric.
Okay, that'll be a huge night. Men's and women's 100 today will be. I mean, we got Kenny versus Noah back at it.
Let's look at the heats. Let's look at the heats real quick. See if there's any spicy matchups.
Yeah.
I mean, the heat. I feel like the men's 100 heats are very like they're not going all out. They're really just
Yeah,
with any.
it's get
Why
through.
can't I click on this? The start list, this is interesting. Let's refresh my browser. But it looks like the start list for because they have to do the prelims. So the men's 100 the heat draws aren't out because they have a prelim. So there's, I think, some universality spots or something that get filled. But there aren't any universalities for the women's, so those start lists are live. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is in the first heat. Not any like scary challengers. There's 2 sub 11 women in Zoe Hobbs and Sade McCreath from Canada. Heat 2 is Tina Clayton versus Dean Asher-Smith. Heat 3 is
I'm like, where's my girl Sha'Carri? There we go.
Sha'Carri versus Sharika. That's compelling.
Oh, okay, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully Sha'Carri can regain some form.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, it's Melissa Jefferson-Wooden versus Julian Alfred.
Yeah.
Melissa Jefferson-Wooden's been running so well. Julian Alfred hasn't raced nearly as much, but every time she's on the track, you're like, okay, she's going to be super tough to beat.
She's in heat 4. So you'll just kind of quickly get through to see everyone. TT Terry's in heat 5. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know. Kayla White looks really good too. Don't you remember her from the trials? Looked incredible.
Yeah.
And then Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in heat 7.
Yeah, no, it's and then is the final tomorrow? Is the final? Because I don't know if it's the same way with this meet, but they would do like the semis and the final in the same, like semis earlier in the night, and then the final would be like the last event.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow they'll do
that would be a good one.
The final, the women's semi and final on the same night.
I got to cook up a huge parlay for tomorrow. I got to make so much money off this meet.
Yeah. Do we have like a platform for betting? Who's got it? Let me look.
Yeah. Who does have it? I'm not sure what the betting rules in Japan are. I'm just not allowed to leave the country because I've been placing so many unbelievable parlays.
Like this guy.
They're like, this guy, man.
Yeah.
We let you in.
Talk about getting your story tight. You better.
I'm like, I wasn't giving out gambling advice online. No, I wasn't, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, I think you're thinking about Frederick Rupert.
Oh, baby. My guys are on. So I'm a FanDuel girl. I usually only bet on the sports I need a reason to watch the whole thing. So
usually give you some juice to watch an event.
Yeah, give me some juice. But it's on FanDuel.
Okay, so give me the odds on the women's 10K tonight. Who's FanDuel like?
Okay, hold on. This is men's. Give me a moment. Let me navigate. FanDuel is usually on my app. It's not.
Yeah, you're on the computer.
I'm on the desktop version, which I've never seen. Yeah, so it's on FanDuel. I saw it. It looks like it's on DraftKings as well. My fingers are going furious. Women's World Championships. Oh my God, this is like Christmas. I've never seen it on FanDuel.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're like shaking over here. Let's get get some composure.
Do we have a problem?
Get me some composure.
Guy is plus 300.
Plus 300.
Yeah, they've got Beatrice at minus 450. Gudov's the guy's plus 300. I'm not going to bet because I feel like I'm too close to this sport. I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if also like legally if I can.
Well, I mean, you're shaking in excitement. It seems like you're gonna put one bet down.
I can't do it. Like there's too much happening.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Sure.
But if I were to do it, I would probably take a couple shekels on Gudov's guy plus 300. And this is only to win. Gold medal winner. This is it.
There should be
They do have women's 1500 to win a medal. Me
Okay,
like
now
you.
here we go.
Me
Yes,
like this.
these are the things I want to talk about. You should get like, I want to pick the podium. You should get,
Okay.
choose the order. So you can only, so for the 10K, it's just, you can only pick the winner.
It's just the winner. It's just the winner. And this is only FanDuel. I'm only going to do FanDuel. This is the only platform I'm familiar with. I'm not paid by FanDuel, but I'm a FanDuel girl.
Yeah, you're not paid by them, but like you're repping them unbelievably hard. FanDuel's like, we don't need a payer. Like, we've got her in our pocket.
Well, they had, to be honest, they have paid me a lot of money because my first golf bet did hit, and it hit hard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was your first bet?
Matt Fitzpatrick to win the RBC fucking
Whatever.
golf thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But I liked him on the Netflix show. He had won at that course at some point, like early in his career. It's like 2 years ago.
That
I
was
won
your first
$900.
bet?
Yeah,
That's so
bet,
sick.
like, 35 to win 900 and something.
Oh my God, that's the type of like bet that sets you on a course of like crippling sport, like a crippling addiction. Like that's the type of thing where you're like, oh, this is a high that I'll be chasing for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But I've stuck with moderation. I don't bet on things that give me too much excitement because I don't want to get addicted.
So I'm like, yeah.
So here's what I'm going to take. If
you're going Gudov's the guy at plus 300, at plus 300.
300, yeah.
Even like Beatrice should bet at minus 450 is not even that hot. Like I would have thought it'd be a bit hot. It could be higher.
Like Faith Kipyegon's women's 1500 meter gold medal winner is minus 2,000. To win a medal, it's minus 10,000. Like they're like, get out of here.
You can't make money on Faith Kipyegon. You got to make it's like that's.
Yeah, no, get a little crazier. If you wanted to go real crazy, if you were feeling wild, you could, if there's like a fall or something, you could pick Agnes and Gedich to win for plus 2,200.
That's honestly, that is one, like I would cover my bases, right? Spread, like hedge my bets a bit. Toss some stuff. I'm playing roulette now with this women's 10K, putting things on the board. I would absolutely put $1 or $2 down on an Agnes and Gedich. And I can't do Agnes and Gedich to medal. I just have to do her to win.
Just to win. I wish they had some medals. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
They do have women's 1500 to medal, and they do have women's 1500 gold medal winner.
Okay, so give me the Americans. Like, what's Nikki's odds to medal?
Minus 370.
That's high.
Sinclair Johnson to medal plus 1,800.
See, like that's a good one. That's.
Mm-hmm. I also like it. This is interesting. It's really interesting. So,
this is so sick. God, this is so sick, man.
I love
this is so interesting. Like this is unbelievably interesting.
Yeah. They've got. So I'm just going to run you down the women's 1500 to win a medal. Faith minus 10,000. Don't go there. Jess Hull minus 900. Nikki Hiltz. Minus 370, Nelly Chipchirchir minus 150, and then we go to Lyndon Hall plus 430, Berke Hylam plus 900. This is crazy. Like Sinclair Johnson has worse odds to medal than Dorcas Ewoy. Who's writing these odds?
Susan and Dorcas?
Dorcas, yeah.
Brutal.
I'm sorry.
This is so interesting. Yeah.
So interesting. Susan Ajori plus 1,400. Emily Mackay plus 1,600. Emily's got better odds than Sinclair. Laura Muir and Sinclair have the same odds at plus 1,800. Sarah Healy is plus, she's not going to medal, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Their training group's on fire, but plus 6,500 for her. I'd maybe hedge on that. This is crazy.
I mean, you see a plus 6, and that's just a medal.
That's just a medal.
I mean, you might as well. It's like whatever. Put $1 on that and get an insane return.
Why not?
That's
and to win is Faith minus 2,000, and then Jess Hull plus 1,100, Nikki plus 1,800.
See, those are the bets. Those are the bets to take. So you're like, okay, maybe disaster happens.
Maybe disaster strikes.
Maybe disaster strikes, and and faith doesn't win. It's probably one of those athletes. Doesn't hurt to put something down on that.
Doesn't.
I like the okay. Are you able to see what the men's 15 what's the men's 15 odds?
Yeah, let's
or
go.
should we save that? Should we save that for another day?
We could save them for another day. I'm like pretty jazzed up about this.
Yeah,
I feel
like just read them off. Yeah, I think you might be. Yeah, read them off.
Down.
You're like, I'm on.
Sit.
Sit. Who's a good girl? Who wants a treat? Sit. Good girl. I'm like, yeah, give me the who are the favorites in the men's 15? You're gonna have Laros will be a favorite, Josh Kerr will be a favorite, Hawker will be a favorite. But I mean, who do they think is the favorite? Is it
Laros?
Yeah, Laros. Are you saying Laros or you're saying Laros? Okay.
Well, I wanted to be Laros. But it's Laros.
Like, how are you saying it? Yeah. I'm like, you're rolling the fuck out of that R. I don't know if that's.
I don't think they do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that where he's from.
Like, how many R's is in his name? Sounds like you just put 4 R's in there. Yeah.
That chilled white really hit, and now he's Laros. Laros is plus. They don't have like an outright. There's like no negative odds here, so it's
is Jakob in there?
Plus 105, Jakob plus 430, Josh Kerr plus 430.
They give Kerr and Jakob the same thing. Interesting.
Manuel Koech plus 900, Jonah Koech plus 1500. And then it really pops up to Reynold Chariot. Then Ethan Strand and Timmy Chariot have the same odds.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on those odds as the days go by.
So we really gave you some hot takes for your excitement.
Well, we've had a look. We got
You're breaking up with me now. Now you're gonna go back your day.
Yeah, I'm like you're coming
to bed after this. Like I'm so excited.
I'm like, you're coming on a bit strong. I'm not gonna ghost your ass. I will see you. I'll see you in the morning. But you're getting riled up, and I need to
go to bed.
A break. Yeah, go to bed. I'm like, who's a good girl? Get in bed. Let's start that bedtime routine. No, let's do some. We're gonna do a listener question or two.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna get y'all worked up, send you off to bed like this.
Okay. Here we go. Chris titled these, and I haven't listened to this one. The title is really compelling.
So the most clickbaity, dramatic reading headline of this is my partner's marathon training is ruining our relationship. We're both runners. He decided he's going to run a marathon. This will be his second. Not fast at all. So we're close to pace. But the problem is, every Sunday, it's like, okay, I'm going to do 15 miles today. And he looks at me, and he's like, you can get through 8 or 9. And I like to sleep in. So imagine this, that about 11, I'm having my coffee. It's summer. It's almost not summer. So we're almost done with that, which is amazing. And then, you're running, and he's trying to be motivational, but as both being runners and also being a partner with a man that's a slower runner, having him say to you, you can get through this. You don't need to stop for water. We don't need to stop for water. It feels shitty. And that's hard to explain in the moment because it was said with good intention. So I think what I'm saying is there's a motivation gap and there's a vibe gap here. And maybe you all have experienced this with partners, maybe you've experienced this with teammates and training partners, but I'm just curious, how do you separate the sort of annoyance of being on the run, being really tired, being really annoyed at a person with the actual day-to-day, we're doing grocery runs, we're hanging out watching TV. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I think that's the root of the question. How do you
Yeah.
separate out that annoyance?
That does seem to be the real question.
Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got
First off, Aisha, this is so awesome. We are now like relations. Like she's clearly driving in the car, right? She like, just got in the car and she's like, I need to vent. And
to vent.
she's like,
Love
I could go to my therapist, but I think this is actually more appropriate for Eric and Aisha.
I think this is the venue for it. And this is my
She's like, you know who sucks? My husband.
This is my dream question. This is why I wanted to start a podcast, because I wanted this. This is perfection. First of all, been there.
Hold on, let's get through. So her issue is her husband is training for a marathon and he wants to run. They both are.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're both training for a marathon and her husband wants to run with her, and it sounds like the runs aren't going great. She doesn't like running with her husband. Her husband's kind of annoying. Kind of
he's trying to hype her up, but she's actually faster. And
wait, she's faster?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard is that he's actually not that fast, so that they're like comparable athletes.
Okay.
So they can train together. He's trying to hype her up. He like their morning routines aren't simpatico. It's like you and I try to go for a run. You're telling me you're doing great, sweetie, and I'm gonna say, shut the front door. I don't want to hear.
That's exactly what she needs to say.
Yeah.
She just needs to say, hey, honey, shut up. I'll come on these runs. It's like, look, you guys shouldn't clearly be running together. It's like we can drive there, but we're gonna do our own separate runs. Okay, and I'm cool to run with you. I'm cool to meet at the car on the way back, but this is gonna be some me time because you're super fucking annoying on these runs.
It is such a challenging thing to run with your spouse. I will, let me level with you. Nearly impossible to enjoy a run with your spouse. It has to be the perfect storm for it to work well. Like it really has to have all the components.
Okay, now we're cooking. So what is the problem with, what does Will grind your gears about on these runs? I would think like you guys would be pretty solid. Like you're got a lot of running background. I'm totally with her on like, if like I'm feeling shitty, I don't want somebody, don't try and give me words of encouragement. Like I'd so much rather let's just be in silence and grind through the miles together. So I get her totally on that perspective. And she should just, 100%. I mean, this is your husband. Like you should be able to say, hey honey, shut up. Shut up.
I mean, I don't really talk to my spouse in that way. Like we
you couldn't like say Will like in a loving way, like, hey honey, like I love you, but you've got to shut up. You've got to shut up.
I would say
I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah, I love you. I'm so glad we're running together today. I really appreciate you slowing down because he's faster than me. I really appreciate you slowing down and like trying to support me. But the way that you're doing it isn't really resonating with me today. And in fact, it's making me upset. I think here's two solutions. We can run separately, or let's just not talk. And at the end, you can give me a hug. I'm going to feel a lot better about that. But like today is not a words of affirmation day.
So you do say that to him.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say shut up. I'm going to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think there is like a kind of jokey way to say shut up.
Yeah.
Also, like if I'm in a really bad mood, it will be tough for me to, because you said it very maturely. Really nice. But like I would in a joking way be like, hey, it's time to shut up. But actually, usually it's somebody saying to me like, hey, Eric, you got to shut up. You've got to shut up. I'm kind of begging you to shut up. But no, I'm also someone where I'm like, I have a battery of of my socialize. Like I want to socialize for X amount of time. And then when that's done, it's done.
Shut it down.
But this woman clearly needs to tell her husband, look, I don't mind running with you, but I don't like the constant words of affirmation on the trail when I'm not in the mood for it.
And I think also like providing a solution of like what makes you feel good. Like if you care about making this work, if you care about running with your husband and like you actually do want to run with him, then maybe you say like, actually what makes me feel good is this.
You're really settling into the like you're like, we want more questions like this, and you're like, and we need to be solution based, and we need to have solutions, and we need to create a better solutions, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great if you can solve a problem. Eric and I solved a problem earlier this year where I am habitually a few minutes late, and it upset Eric, and he gave me feedback that it doesn't really matter what the excuse is. Like he's there on time and I'm not, and I really took it to heart. And I was like,
you did, and I would like to say, because I don't remember what the situation was, but you did take it. You really took it to heart. I think more than I was more than like because you texted me and you're like, look, it is. I value your time, and I do, like, I'm trying to be on time. And I was like, I think I said that, and I didn't really know how much it would resonate with you. I'm like, you're like, I respect you and I value your time. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah. I didn't think you didn't respect it. But no, it was like, because you kept being 5 minutes late, and I was like, hey, Aisha, I expect when I say we're going to meet at this time, if you are running late, I need a heads up, okay? I need some sort of heads up that's going to say I'm 5 minutes late because I'm waiting for you in the lobby and I don't like it. And a quick heads up would do great. I'm like, because now I'm feeling like you don't give a shit about my time and that I'm just waiting on you hand and foot. And you were like, I will, you know what? I hear you, and I'm solutions based, and I will try and do better. And I was like, wow. It's so nice.
Eric, isn't it better than telling someone to shut up? Like you get the desired outcome if it's well received.
It is. It really is. But like, like I think you could tell. But like if you jokingly told me to shut up, it's not like I wouldn't be like. It's all in the tone and delivery and like feeling out the relationship.
Yeah,
like I'm not like, I would never like tell somebody to shut up who I'm not like unbelievably close with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I stand by a joking shut up.
Eric stands by shut up. I do not endorse shut up.
But like a fun I'm like, no, I'd like to say my point. Like a good joking shut up.
Great. Look, we're all different people. Yeah. I'm not going to yuck your yum on shut up. You say shut up. You want to say shut up. And speaking
I'm reading the room.
Yeah. Read the room.
I'm reading the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we leave it there?
Yeah. I'm like, are we going to fight? Yeah, we're fighting. I'll text you after this and we'll figure out a solution. No, we're not. Let's do one more.
Okay. Can I do one that's more off the rail style, or like what are our guardrails here?
Like I think we're well off the rails at this point. Yeah. Okay. Go for it. I'm like, honey, shut up. Yeah. Shut up. No, let's do one more.
Okay.
Mac's like, you can end it if you want. I'm like, no.
Hey, Eric and Aisha, I was catching up on an old episode where you refused to answer the question of which track stars you would sleep with. I think that's really unkind of you to leave us hanging like that. So let's switch it to another possibility. How about famous people, like rock stars? Which rock stars would you sleep with? I coincidentally host a podcast called Sleep with Rock Stars. You might need it.
What?
Keep being awesome, y'all.
Okay, well, she's just looking for free advertising. She hosts a podcast called I Sleep with Rock Stars. What?
I thought it was really funny.
Which rock stars would I sleep? I'm like, let's be quicker to go with which ones I wouldn't sleep with.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
I'm like, I could none come to my mind. I'm thinking like, I don't know if this is like a sexist thing in me. When I think of like rock stars, like the first, like it's usually like men that are coming to my mind.
Well, maybe you could say pop star, like Taylor Swift. Yay or nay?
Obviously, I'd sleep with Taylor Swift. Yeah.
You would?
You're like, are you serious, Eric? Would I sleep with Taylor Swift? Like, yes. I'm not even a big. I'm like, we got to be careful here, Aisha. Okay, because the Swifties will take us down in a second, right? If I said that I wouldn't sleep with Taylor Swift, we would be done. We would absolutely be. Oh yes, we would.
I bet you could frame it in a way that's like, no, I wouldn't because I respect her.
Yeah, no, maybe I could say that, but then they're like, you can respect her and sleep with her. Yeah, just would I sleep with Taylor Swift? Yes, of course. Gun to my head, am I gonna spend the night with Taylor Swift? Yeah, it'd be an absolute pleasure. Would you sleep with Taylor Swift?
No.
You think you're better than having sex with Taylor Swift?
It's not my type.
It's not your type. Have you slept with a woman? I guess is a good starting point. No,
I have not.
No. And Taylor Swift's not really your type. You like kind of like a dumb, thick, lot of ass body. If you were to bat for the other team, like you need ass.
Probably just like more of like a Dua Lipa vibe. Like if I had to like go in the same genre. Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
More interesting, like
Dua Lipa does it for you.
Like a little more like sass.
Go on. Sass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you're just getting into like vibe and like personality. Like I was kind of being like a pig and going like body, and you were like, no, it's not about ass. It's I like Dua Lipa, and I'm just not turned on by Taylor Swift. Okay. Well, like who's like? We're getting back to just like okay, like smash or pass. This fucking show just somehow keeps leading back to you egging me on to smash or pass. And now we're just doing rocks. Now we're doing just celebrities.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to give the people what they wanted for 1 second, and we did it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You're welcome. We should. I'm actually gonna listen to her. Like, actually, what kind of show her podcast is Sleep with Rock Stars? Like, it's literally just like it's hours of her just naming rock stars she would fuck. She's like Mick Jagger, yes. Paul McCartney, yes.
Okay.
I'm like,
I don't think this is it. Sleep with Rock Stars is a
we should invoice her for this.
Created for insomniacs.
Okay. Created for insomniacs.
Unwind and relax to a calm voice, lulling you to sleep, reading the Wikipedia entries of Gen X's favorite bands.
Oh my God, it's literally just fall asleep with rock stars. And we were like, that's what it's sleep. Go to sleep with rock stars Wikipedias.
So that's interesting.
So
honestly, like I kind of like that.
It's like, do you know what really puts me to bed? Having her read new and upcoming Wikipedias of rock stars.
I love that because, yeah, that's all I want. I like if I'm falling asleep and I'm listening to my Audible, like it's a hard thing for me because I want to keep listening. By the way, I'm now listening to A Court of Thorn and Roses for your recommendation. Loving it. I can't fall asleep. I gotta hear what's going on. But I wouldn't fall asleep to a Wikipedia reading. Have
they fucked yet in Court of Thorn? How far deep are you in?
No, I'm on chapter 8. Yeah.
They're on chapter 8. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
This is what I'm going to be doing. Like my weekend is so full of track and field at very odd hours and A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm like the last person on earth to consume this book.
It's fun. It's right. He's like some sort of he's a lion kind of. He's
a shape-shifting sexy fairy.
Yeah. But yeah, they really build you up. How's the voice? Is it a man's or a woman's voice?
It's a woman's voice, but she like deepens her voice up and
When
down for the different characters.
when the man talks, yeah. I guess the book's in the perspective of a female, so it wouldn't work for a man's voice.
No, and in fact, I started it on Audible thinking like, I'm not gonna like this, and now I'm like, should I go by the hard book? Like, I'm not. How am I gonna get like what's gonna get this into my dome faster? Is it the Audible or is it me reading it?
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Well, we keep on it. Maybe we'll do a. By the time Japan's over, they'll have finally gotten to the good stuff, and we'll see if it busts or not like you're hoping it will.
We'll see. Stay tuned. Yeah. What are the FanDuel odds on that?
Probably pretty high. They're like minus 1,000 that Aisha will finish to Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take those odds any day of the week.
Let's shut it down.
It seems like a good place to wrap it up. Good place to wrap it up. Anyway, so let's see. We got a lot of good races tonight.
Yeah, we have a lot of great racing tonight. Stay tuned.
Anyway, stay tuned in for the 10K. Will Aisha finish to the Court of Thorns Roses? Okay. Well, look, we'll do this again same time tomorrow.
Sure. To be honest, I didn't know we were doing this. I wasn't sure this was totally locked in, and now my evening plans are secured for the next 9 days.
We'll be in touch. We'll see what days work for you. But yeah, very fun episode. And I'll text you. We'll figure out when the next morning show will be.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.